What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with my college football week 5 predictions for 2016. So today, by the end of the day, I will have my predictions, picks against the spread, and playoff predictions all uploaded because I got to them a little bit late last week. So let's go ahead and start. Record last week 13-7 didn't go too well again last week. Try to get back on track with my predictions this week. So start with UConn and Houston. I believe it is a Thursday game. Houston looked like they came close to an upset on, I believe, a Thursday game 2 weeks ago, and Cincinnati ended up pulling away in the end. I could see a similar thing happening here, or they just completely run over UConn, so I'm going to take Houston in this one. Stanford and Washington, I believe a Friday game, should be a very entertaining one at that. Top 10 matchup. I'm going to take Stanford. I think they're just the overall more talented team than Washington, but should be an incredibly entertaining game nonetheless. Miami and Georgia Tech. This will be a more telling game, I think, for Miami than it will for Georgia Tech because of the way Georgia Tech played against Clemson last week to see if Miami can play even better. So I'm going to take Miami nonetheless in this game. Rutgers and Ohio State. I don't think this one's going to even be close. Rutgers did actually play Iowa pretty close last week, got close to a win, ended up losing 14-7. But I'm going to take Ohio State big in this one. Texas and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State breaking my heart so far this year. But they are favorites in this one. And honestly, I've been 0-2 with Oklahoma State predictions in the last 2 weeks. I said Pitt would win, and then I said OSU would win against Baylor. So either way, I'm going to go with Oklahoma State in this one. Maybe I should pick Texas, but either way. Florida and Vanderbilt. Florida ended up losing last week, blowing what was like a 21-point lead. And I'm going to take Vanderbilt. Or not Vanderbilt, excuse me. I'm going to take Florida in this one. Definitely not taking Vanderbilt. Baylor and Iowa State. Line right now is only Baylor by 16.5. I do think Baylor's going to run away with it. I'm going to pick Baylor in that game. North Carolina and Florida State. This one I think you got to put Florida State on upset alert. North Carolina's a very good team that's been playing teams very closely this year. The Georgia loss kind of hurts for them, but I'm going to take Florida State in this one either way. Again, I wouldn't be surprised with the North Carolina win though. Tennessee and Georgia. The line right now is Tennessee -3, and I can understand, you don't want to jump the gun on Georgia saying that they're bad. This is a team I think that's making adjustments very rapidly. But I'm going to take Tennessee nonetheless. I think they're motivated after that Florida game. I think they really found their rhythm, and I think they're going to continue to roll. Wisconsin and Michigan. I'm going to take Michigan in this one, probably one of the top 3 games of the week. There's a lot of good games this weekend, but like I said, it should be a very good game, very entertaining after Wisconsin beat Michigan State and for what Michigan's done so far. So Minnesota and Penn State, again, should be a good mid-tier matchup out of the Big Ten. I'm going to take Minnesota in this one. Penn State's actually favored, but I think Minnesota will continue to stay undefeated. Kansas State and West Virginia, again, very good battle of 2 middle-tier teams in the Big 12. West Virginia can actually stay undefeated with a win in this one, so I'm going to take West Virginia. They got a lot riding on this game. Illinois and Nebraska, again, I wouldn't be surprised if Illinois wins this game. I would say you could put Nebraska on upset alert, but I'm definitely going to pick Nebraska in this game nonetheless. Navy and Air Force, very good battle between 2 undefeated Armed Forces teams. I'm going to take Air Force in this one. They're like 8-point favorites right now, and I can kind of see why. But again, wouldn't be surprised with either team winning. Texas A&M and South Carolina. I think Texas A&M is going to run away with their first game against an SEC East opponent this year. Oklahoma and TCU. I think OU is going to win this. Should be an entertaining game. Not as much on the line as a lot of people thought there would be at this point in the season. OU 1-2 right now, and TCU I believe they're 3-1. Like I said, I'm going to pick OU though. Utah and Cal. Utah undefeated right now in the top 20. Again, Cal will present a formidable test, but I think actually Utah will win this game pretty handily. Utah's gained a lot of my respect in the last couple weeks. Kentucky and Alabama. Shouldn't really be a close one. I think Alabama will win this one by quite a bit. Memphis and Ole Miss. Game that Ole Miss actually lost last year. Memphis, after just beating down Bowling Green 77-3. You got to watch out for them in this game, but I'm still going to stay with Ole Miss. Again, I think they're rolling after that Georgia game. Missouri and LSU should be an entertaining game to watch because it is the first game of the post-Les Miles era with LSU. I'm going to take them to win. Coach Ed Orgeron, who is the interim head coach for LSU, seems to be a very good plug-and-play type of coach. Seems to work very well as interim head coach. So anyway, Louisville and Clemson. Man, game of the week for sure. One of the best games of the year so far. I'm incredibly ready to see this game. Two of the two best quarterbacks in college football facing off right now, in my opinion. Clemson's actually favored. I don't really understand that, but I'm actually gonna take Louisville in this one. Like I said, just the way they showed out against Florida State. You know, they are a largely historically unproven team. It's not like Clemson. You know, this team made it to the national championship last year. Louisville only made it to I believe it was the Music City Bowl or Holiday Bowl or something like that. But anyway, that's the only thing you really base it off of is that Clemson's actually big time and they fold against, and then Louisville folds against them. Like I said, I'm still going to take Louisville though. Way over analyzing that game. Arizona State and USC. Should be an interesting one. USC, a losing record. Ended up losing again to Utah last week. I think they're 1-3 now. I'm gonna actually take Arizona State, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with USC though. If they start 1-4, that's something that even for recent years is not USC fans are not accustomed to. Oregon and Washington State, again another team in Oregon that have been a power the last couple of years, and I don't know, man. I actually see Washington State winning this game. Neither team has really met expectations this year. Washington State, a borderline top 25 team coming into the season, and is 1-2 so far. Like I said, Oregon just has not looked good their last couple weeks. Arizona and UCLA to round out my predictions for the week. Arizona came very close to upsetting Washington last week, but I do think UCLA will get the win. I think they're pissed off about the way that Stanford game ended. They could have very easily won that game as well. So that'll pretty much do it for my week 5 college football predictions. Like I said, I'll be coming back with my picks against the spread and college football playoff predictions before the day is over. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.